I'm dying to add. This has nothing to do with anything, but let's have Josh go, and then I have a question for Wendy and David. Josh, welcome.
Oh man, now I want to know what the question for Wendy and David is. I can't talk. One suggestion is that somebody should start a podcast about tapping called "I'd Tap That." That would be good.
Well, my show is called EFT Tapping Like a Mother, so.
Okay, that's all right too. I guess I just thought of an ask because I've been trying to do this. I've been taking sort of some little entrepreneurship challenges and stuff, and they're always like, start teaching courses and yeah, we learned. I think Julie was talking about courses today and everything, and I'm like, what do I teach? And then I just realized like I just like lots of different things. I like Instagram or vlogging or cartooning or voice acting or whatever. And then I thought, well, maybe I don't have to focus. Maybe I could just offer little courses. So like people are always asking me, how do I get into Instagram? So I'm like, I could do like a 60-second or 60-minute how to set up a profile. But then there's people who have different knowledge or more knowledge on a lot of topics. So I thought, well, maybe if anybody wants to like come in as a guest speaker, I could start just booking things for the Josh Rackless School, whatever I decide to call it. And then if anybody wants to like do a Zoom class with me, if it makes any money, I can share the money with you. I don't know if anybody's going to sign up, but it could be kind of like a fun thing. And I figure it can be kind of a combination of classes, but also kind of comedy, just like a fun Zoom call that could almost be like a podcast. And then I could post it as like a podcast later kind of thing. So if anybody has, I mean, we've all got skills on something. So like if somebody wants to teach a skill on anything that, let me know. And I just want to see if that can become something.
So, Josh, I have a quick thought about that. I'm working on building a community, and one of the things that keeps coming across is that you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be an expert at anything. You just need to know more than the person who is looking for the information. So, you don't have to be the expert on Instagram, but you can be a guidance for helping people get into Instagram. It doesn't mean you have to be the Instagram guru. So, but because there are definitely people that maybe are too overwhelmed to meet the Instagram guru, but Josh is great because he's where I am and we're learning this together. We're going through this together and we're learning how to build community together on Instagram. And that's a way to build community because there are tons of people out there in whatever you're looking for that just need someone to help them because, oh, I did that 2 weeks ago, let me tell you what I did, and here we're going to build you up and do that, and then you're going to keep moving forward, and they keep moving forward. And so that was such a huge aha moment for me. So I just want to share that.
Yeah, no, I've heard that in a lot of these classes, and then even today, somebody was saying you only have to be 10% more or something. And so I definitely realized that because like when I was talking to a lot of women in these groups and stuff, they're like, I don't even know how to make an Instagram profile. I'm like, well, okay, I can show them that. I vlog, I do the Instagram reels and all of that. So I could do that. So I mean, I know I can do that and I can talk about the basics of getting into voice acting. I just know that other people, like if I did a voice acting class with Jody, she'd have, more knowledge or different knowledge at least. And also it'd be more fun to have a co-teacher to be like, okay, today our special guest is Jody. And, and if I formed a community, maybe I have a free Facebook group like the comedian was talking about tonight, but then he's got a paid group. And okay, so maybe what I offer in the paid group is every week I bring in a guest speaker who's going to talk about a different creative thing. Because I was realizing I don't think I want to do just a voice actors group or a comedy group. I'm kind of like multi-passionate. I like writing songs and drawing cartoons and writing screenplays, all these fun little things. So I figured, and one podcast I was listening to said, for YouTube, talk to yourself, like who's like you. And I'm like, maybe there are people like me that sort of ADD and working on, little bits of everything. They're not the best violinist in the world, but hey, they'd take an hour class just to learn a little thing. So maybe I could sort of have a multi-passionate little school where we all explore different things together.
Why not?
Yeah.
Julie, do you have anything to add to what Josh is saying?
Oh, I'm so excited that you're thinking about courses. Woohoo!
Yeah, what was I was taking notes about your class today. Was it about Kajabi? Was that your thing? Or
I was right before the Kajabi session. Mine was the ecosystem for your podcast and how you fit mini courses and paid courses into that. So I would love to see you, Josh, pick, and it may take some experimenting to figure out, pick a couple audiences because you'll get some traction. So pick wherever you land, but pick a couple so you can sort of start building that audience and offering them all your expertise and knowledge that you can share with them. So I'm so excited for you.
Yeah, I found my notes for you now. It says do mini courses. I was like, oh, mini courses. That's so I can do a mini course kind of thing.
Yes, I loved what you were saying about Instagram. Like, there's people that don't know how to get going on that.
So many.
Shirt, David. Nice shirt, David.
Ah,
Yeah.
he's already made it.
I thought Josh would appreciate that. Yeah.
So Julie, can you define for us mini course?
Yeah,
I want to ask
what a
my
good
question.
question.
Yeah, what is like because so when you say mini course, are you also talking about the $7 price, the $49 price, the 20, or are you talking about length of time with modules?
I'm talking about the size.
Okay,
So
so-
you want it to be something, it's got to give the person a result. So when they get done, they get a result. But it may not be this ginormous, here's how to market on Instagram. The mini course could be, here's how you set up your profile on Instagram.
Right.
And it's something where people get a win, usually pretty quickly. You know, you may only have 3 or 4 videos or something about it. And so that they can get through those and they're like, wow, this guy knows this. He gave this away to me for free. So what else can he give me if I actually paid him money? And that's where you get the bigger paid courses where you're teaching a little bit more. So that's my definition. There's lots of definitions out there. And I know there's lots of folks that teach how to do the lower priced $7, $27 kind of courses too. It just depends on what your business model is, and you know, if you're trying to do Facebook ads, that can be a really good way to help pay for the ads and kind of balance out the ad spend with the lower price courses. I just like to make sure that there's one thing that you're giving the person at the end. So for Josh, it's at the end you'll have your profile created. That's the most important part from my perspective.
Yeah, that's what I heard a lot of. Oh, go ahead.
On YouTube, they call them YouTube Shorts. If you can just put together like a less than 1 minute, what I've seen in some of my research, I actually belong to a YouTube creator community. But the YouTube Shorts, if they're like a maximum of like 58 seconds, and you can actually get a lot in there if you do it right, and you can that's another way that you can get some content out there.
Love that.
A very mini course.
Yeah, I was taking notes like crazy, Julie, in your class.